The NBA's back, baby. Let's go. I'm fired up for another NBA season. I'm especially excited for the rookies and the young players. There are a lot of guys around the league this year that I'm looking forward to watching to see how they develop. So in today's episode of The Void, let's get started with 7 NBA rookies and young players that I'll be watching closely all season long. Cam Thomas has the goods to become the steal of the 2021 NBA draft with his dynamic go-to scoring ability. This is my favorite play from his preseason. He receives the ball with 5 seconds on the clock, gets switched onto Anthony Davis, who pokes it away, but he stays composed and still makes the shot. First off, incredible play by AD to use his length. But look at Cam's positioning as he regains the ball and launches into his shot. Look at his feet. And then he balances himself midair. That is pro-level stuff. At just 20 years old, Thomas displays veteran-level footwork and pacing to get into his shots, and he's comfortable taking them from anywhere, whether it's sidesteps from the baseline or hesitation crossovers from the elbow. Thomas grew up idolizing Kobe, and it shows with his style on the court. With Kyrie Irving's future in Brooklyn in doubt, Thomas could play a far more critical role than the Nets could have anticipated after drafting him with the 27th pick. Thomas will need to pass more often and defend harder than he ever has in high school or college, but there's no doubt he can get a bucket. It's a pivotal year for Bamba in Orlando after a disappointing start to his career. But under new head coach Jamal Mosley, he's gonna get minutes. And so far, he's looking better than ever before because he's hustling. He also appears more aware at reading the floor. Like right here, the Celtics are on a double screen to get Robert Williams rolling to the rim, but Bamba attentively turns and breaks up the lob with his 7'10" wingspan. If Bamba, who's still only 23 years old by the way, can play consistently hard on defense and avoid foul trouble, there are going to be a lot more plays where he's blocking shots around the rim or even just deterring players from driving to the basket. In the half court on offense, Bamba has appeal because he can set screens and roll hard to the rim for lob dunks. And as such a big target, he must continue to stay active by making himself available inside. But he can also space the floor and hit spot-up threes, an important piece of maintaining floor spacing. Bamba has shown flashes off the dribble, and though it remains to be seen how much he'll be asked to get creative, it's a major positive for him to display an ability to hit tougher jumpers than an ordinary player can. You can call me a Bamba-lever. Jaren Jackson Jr.'s return to health means Ja Morant can be paired with a 6'11" big with perimeter skills. Triple J has a flamethrower jump shot for a guy his size with a rapid release, deep shooting range to space the floor, and the awareness to relocate and get open. Offense isn't really a concern, it's defense. Jackson had one of the highest foul rates in the NBA through his first 3 seasons. And to stay on the floor for heavy minutes like, say, DeAndre Ayton has with Phoenix, Jackson not only needs to stay healthy, but avoid committing so many fouls. If Jackson's able to, he could potentially even become the best big man in his class, even better than DeAndre Ayton. He's long, agile, active, blocking shots, energy, and intensity are all strengths of his. Playing alongside a stabilizing interior force like Steven Adams should help him. He just needs to put it all together. And then he, Ja Morant, and the Grizzlies can take one big step forward. Corey Kispert is our second rookie on the list, and his inclusion is about the Wizards as a whole just as much as it is about him. Washington drafted Kispert 15th, clearly with the hopes that he can help now because of the pressure to keep Bradley Beal long term. Kispert feels like connective glue in their offense. He shot above 40% in 4 college seasons at Gonzaga, and he's super skilled at attacking closeouts. He's decisive. Like here, right off the catch, he's already on the move, forces a closeout, and finds an open teammate with the pass. These are role player moments, but that's kind of the point. If Kispert can just be good at making simple plays like these, it'll further support a superstar in Beal and possibly help keep him satisfied with his supporting cast and their potential to someday become something much greater than they are today. 2 Raptors are going on this list because it's my list. There's nothing you can do about it. I was high on Toronto all summer, and the preseason has me fired up, especially because of OG Anunoby and Scottie Barnes. OG Anunoby is officially a candidate to watch for most improved player after his preseason, in which he displayed a tighten handle and the ability to shoot smoothly off the bounce. OG doesn't need to become a go-to scorer, but he's become more dynamic after steadily improving every season. Already, he's far better than even many Raptors fans expected him to be on offense, and he's an elite defender. This progress as a scorer just follows a trend. He's still only 24 years old, and I'm left here wondering if this is just the beginning of OG Anunoby's emergence as a star. Scottie Barnes is only at the beginning of his NBA career, but he looks ready. I love this play right here. He blocks Jason Tatum, immediately begins to run the floor, calling for the ball, and then he dunks it. Two-way plays like this are going to become a regular occurrence with Barnes. He's 6'7" with enormous arms and a contagious spirit. He's a selfless passer who led the Raptors in assists during preseason by playmaking out of an assortment of different actions. Barnes can be like Bamba Adebayo, facilitating from the top of the key or the elbows as teammates cut and move all around him. Or he can bring the ball up the floor and himself and drive to the rim like a Lamar Odom or a Draymond Green. Within the flow of the offense, Barnes just knows how to play. He's a heady mover, a heady cutter. He knows how to play the game. The Tampa Raptors, they struggled last season, but the Toronto Raptors are back. And the play of Anunoby and Barnes will be two of the reasons why they will exceed expectations and make the Raptors one of the teams to watch all season long. With Klay Thompson sidelined to start the season for the Warriors, it's going to be important for young guys like Jordan Poole to step up. Toward the end of last season, Poole became a guy who can serve as an off-ball guy draining spot-up threes like he did when he dropped 26 points against the Suns, but he can also rack up buckets off the dribble like he did with a 38-point explosion against the Pelicans. All of that success carried over to the 2021 preseason with Golden State, which makes it all seem even more real. The Warriors run handoffs to Poole for him to fluidly get into his three-pointer, but he can also use those handoffs to create his own shot. Like here, he takes a hard dribble with his left hand to get the defender's momentum going toward the basket before stepping back into a three. Poole is becoming a dynamic weapon who can get his shot off in any situation. This half spin, stop on a dime, and step back is just glorious. And the Warriors will be even more deadly offensively than anyone thinks if Poole can keep this up. Poole is honestly just one of the X factors of the season. There's no other way to state it. The way this guy performed the end of last year, the way he's performed in preseason, he looks to me like the real deal. He showed flashes over the years going back to Michigan. It seems like something has started to click with him working with Klay Thompson and the Warriors coaches the past 2 years. So for the Warriors here, we're talking all the time about Klay Thompson as the X factor, his production, and what he can be coming back from his number of injuries. But don't discount Jordan Poole and the impact he could make on the Warriors and thus on the entire NBA Finals race if you have a spark plug scoring guard like him. So we got a lot coming up all season long on the Ringer's YouTube page and here at The Void. So please be sure to subscribe to The Ringer on YouTube and give this video a like and share it with your friends who love the NBA. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.